Boy, this is one of the worst specials from the Spongebob franchise I've ever seen. Believe me. Everything about it is just wrong, and it's just very completely difficult onto how the show completely continued after 10 long years. And by 2019, that's kind of impressive, but the celebration of this is just unbelievable and completely unacceptable of how it's advertised. Believe me. Well, this special is 9 years old, and still by watching it, it's just so very sad and disappointing onto how SpongeBob has fallen from grace. I can't even easily tolerate this special anymore because of how poorly executed and how completely false advertising that they did. I can't even tolerate it. It's really that bad, and I cannot excuse it. Let me just tell you that everything besides some good things about it really makes this really shows onto how this is why SpongeBob should have ended just when the movie was premiered back in 2004. Okay, let me just get the two things out of the way, which are the good things. And there are two songs that are actually pretty good. The song that SpongeBob sung at the beginning of this is actually kind of a good song. Like I said, there are times where the show can bring out some good songs, and this is one of them. It's pretty much a good thing that this didn't also turn out to be a musical, because if it did, then oh my god. I think that it will probably be even more worse than Atlantis Squarepants. And there's a live action song, well, they apparently have live action people because they have guest hosts, and I think the singer is Pink, and they completely sing a song. It doesn't have anything to do with it, but it's still a good song nonetheless. And that's basically where the good points end, while the rest of the special, not even worth the price of admission. Believe me. Let's just get to the live action stuff out of the way, because to be quite honest, they have wasted a lot of celebrities, and that could have been much more worth use of their time than this. Believe me. There was not once that these entire cast completely use their voices to voice a new character. They're completely used for this live action bits. And these completely take up so much time that at this point, I think that having Patchy here is starting to become really pointless. Yes, I know that Patchy is the same voice actor of SpongeBob, but really, I just can't take the stress of seeing these anymore. This is just during the time where the live action stuff needs to put to rest. And if they're going to have celebrities, have them voice the characters in the cartoon. But that just really proves to me that they can't even think of original characters just for this special. It really shows. Serious. These celebrities just come and go. Robin Williams is in here, but if you saw the review of the Mr. Mientos and his crossover with Pie Guy Wars, you can tell that they just use a cam and they completely record him just walking and talking. I'm not making this up. They literally did that. And literally most of the celebrities that are part of this literally don't do anything special. Like I said, Pink sings a song with a pirate group, but that's about it. Literally, they have nothing to do with the cartoon or the special whatsoever. And it's really sad that they're completely wasted in this situation. Just by watching this from beginning to end, you can tell that there's really nothing special about Truth or Square. Especially that the title alone really makes no sense on involving of what they're trying to do for this. Because let me tell you, they completely hype it up big time, especially the reveal of the Krabby Patty formula. However, they don't do that. They don't even expose what the formula is like. But by this point, the only thing I can think of what the formula is love. Effort. That's literally the only thing I can think of the Krabby Patty formula is love at this point. And the fact that they didn't even show any glimpse of what the formula is like really proves to me that these writers literally care nothing of what they're doing involving SpongeBob. In case if you haven't noticed, all the characters completely go into vents and trying to find a way out in order to celebrate the anniversary of the Krusty Krab. That's literally the majority of this entire special. The characters just go through vents and they go into situations and continuity situations. Like they went through Mr. Krabs' security room and apparently they completely found a way out, but they never even address on how Mr. Krabs got into a security room. Seriously, there's really no point onto why Mr. Krabs completely having security cams on everyone in the Bikini Bottom. It really makes no other sense. It just... Seriously, they didn't even have the idea onto how they can easily escape out of here because they're in Mr. Krabs' security room. Do you see the problem here? There's so many continuity things throughout this entire special that they don't even bother, and they just continue this was stuck in these vents and stuff like that. But let me get into the part where, well, they pretty much want to hype this up, so they had to have so many false advertisements, and there's so much filler in this. I know I didn't mention a lot about the live action stuff, but there was so much filler in the live action stuff that they should have been in the bonus features of the DVD, but no, they're in the movie. This special is almost an hour long. When you do stuff like this, you have to at least put some effort and have the actress actually voice a character in this, like I said before, but apparently they didn't. And let's get into the Krabby Patty formula revealed. There is no mention on the Krabby Patty being revealed whatsoever. There is none whatsoever. Do you see why I completely don't like how this special completely execute the 10th anniversary thing? And they even show memories of the characters being happy, like Squidward happy that SpongeBob wasn't there, even though that he was by Patrick. Seriously, it's like they're completely erasing everything from seasons 1 through the movie. I'm not kidding. This is why I completely despise SpongeBob of how they completely model everything that they did in the past, and they completely had to make post-movie SpongeBob its own thing, which really doesn't work. There's also a scene where they actually have a sequence where Sandy and SpongeBob was about to get married, but apparently it was just a play the entire time. If this is supposed to be something that people ship SpongeBob and Sandy, well, the thing is, no one really shipped any characters from the show to begin with. I mean, there is, but no one even talks about shipping in SpongeBob to begin with. So having this sequence is just... It's just more filler. The only thing I can think of why this entire thing exists is just filler. And it's just really painful to watch through because it's really difficult to take this really seriously. I really got nothing else to say about this special. Really, I got nothing to say about it. Everything that they put the effort into it on trying to make this a great anniversary turn into one of the worst specials of the entire franchise. Seriously. SpongeBob, at this point, really should have never continued to begin with, and it only exists to make money. And unlike Atlantis Squarepants, this one was nothing more than a huge cash grab. Seriously, it really is. Have so many celebrities that kids won't probably understand and completely have so much filler and have no effort and no time to make this a great anniversary, and then what you get is nothing more than a disastrous of a 10th anniversary. That's why I really think of what Truth or Squirrel really is. I just, really, if anyone is going to bother to even reviewing this, then be warned. If you're expecting a very great SpongeBob special, this is definitely not the one you should be looking forward to. And I think at this point that the ideas that they're trying to advertise SpongeBob and trying to make it really good, and it turns out into a disaster, This, in my opinion, completely broke any future ideas of what they're going to do for SpongeBob. Yes, this is before one course meal and a path for Gary, but you have to understand that this is one of the biggest reasons on why I gave up on SpongeBob. And so many other people who completely moved on from this. I just think that for a 10th anniversary of what they tried to do for a SpongeBob special, they failed. Hardly. And there's a reason onto why I can't even stand people who actually enjoy this. At least I can understand opinions, but when you like something that kept going on for so long, and this is the best that they could come up with, then you really need to understand what people are coming from and why SpongeBob shouldn't continue. I'm sorry, but for the final review from what I'm going to do for week 5, which is going to be a movie review, which you probably know what's going to be by that point, you might understand what my opinions on how SpongeBob is to this day. So anyway, I give Truth or Square 2 out of 10. And we're not even done yet. We have one more special left for next week. And I gotta tell you, next week is just the biggest example onto how SpongeBob really fought big time and they ran out of ideas.